Greetings, fellow traders. Bowen here. It's time for the daily market wrap for Wednesday, August the 12th, 2020. I hope everybody had a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. All right, let's take a look and see where we left off with the market here today. So SPX up 46 points and pushing on that upper Bollinger Band here in the monthly chart. Just, 13 bucks away from all-time highs, which is pretty amazing, right? So $30 and some change, right? So we got that going on here. Weekly chart again, still over last week's high. Again, watch out for that gap below right here as a potential target one of these days. Daily chart, again, pretty decent move right here. Let's take a look and see how the volume came in here on SPY. Last time I checked, it was kind of meh. Yeah, a little decreasing volume right here. Still pretty low stuff, but the grind continues back up as we get to really close to these all-time highs. Let's take a look at the S&P futures and see how they behave today. So they were a little bit tricky, but there was some bullishness here at the open. Right, we had this nice move right here. We were talking about this bull flag, potential breakout right here to get to this signal zone. We got through this signal zone, major triangle level, right? We broke out of that triangle level right here, got to the next signal zone, chopped around there, obviously an area of interest, came back up here, great short opportunity off of that move, right? And then they bought the dip again, right? Up here, right? Held, then we got this double top right here, these two topping candle, inside 5, down, and then kind of worked its way down into these zones. So it was a little bit tricky in these areas right here, but some of these were really clear. Like up here was a very nice move to the downside. The dip buy was a little bit tricky right here because it looked like it was going to try to get to this signal zone below, but obviously there was a little bit of a rally-based rally right here with some congestion that got it back up. So cool stuff there on the ES. Let's take a look at the MES and see how the lines played out that we drew here at lunchtime. So far so good. Basically just holding these levels. So let's get a trend line on this right here, or a geometric line at least. Okay, and see how that's like right here. So from this low to here, right, we had a little bit of a breakdown at the end of the day, but now we've got that fresh one as a geometric line here. So let's see how that holds going into tonight and into tomorrow. Let's take a look at the Qs. Okay, clues and the Qs, right? So the Qs were strong today, right? So only a couple little moves down today, and it really held up well above its 15-orb high. The IWM, again, that was weak this morning. They tried to rally it, but closed below its 15-orb low, right? So these are some significant levels. But other than that, guys, let's take a look at some of the stocks that were interesting today. Apple, of course, helped lead the charge, right? So a decent move up here, a little bit of congestion, and then boom, just kind of pushed through those prior levels, and then got up to this highs right here, and then it chopped at the end of the day. Tesla, of course, was beautiful. Members did fantastic on this, both to the long side and the short side today, as it broke out of many levels, and we talked about this as being a potential squeeze because it had a weak day yesterday, right? So it had a nasty close yesterday. We weren't too worried about it because we knew it was in this choppy zone right here. But folks love to short Tesla, the Tesla Qs, right? And it pushed its way down here, but it was a 3-bar pullback, right, into this zone right here. And anyway, once it gapped up on that 5-to-1 split, it they just kind of squeezed it up, and so anybody who's short right here got out, right? Or not anybody, but most that were short there got out. So cool stuff there in Tesla. One of my favorite charts going into tomorrow is AMD. Very similar 3-bar pullback to Tesla, and so yes, the last 3 days it had 3 red candles right here. It gave a nice candle day with increasing volume. So let's see if we get some follow through up here. Maybe get to these prior highs around 85. So let's see how that does over the next couple days. SDC just had earnings after hours, so these are going to be on the radar for tomorrow. Let's take a look, see how that's doing right here. Got a pop up here. Got a little bit. They had a loss, but it was better than expected. So we'll see how that goes going into tomorrow. Cisco. Wow, they had I thought they had a beat, but they're down anyway right here, so always be careful with earnings, right? And then Lyft. Lyft, I believe, did have a loss, but it was also better than expected, and gave a little bit of a pop right there, so still kind of chopping around. So we'll keep an eye on these levels, see how they go after their conference calls, and if they set up interesting for us tomorrow. So good stuff there. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Also consider trading Uber along with Lyft tomorrow is also a possibility too. So good stuff, guys. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. We'll catch you guys in the live stream tonight at 9:30. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys soon.